Today on the channel, we count our chickens with AEW Unrivaled Series 18, Mark Briscoe.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another AEW Unrivaled Series 18 unboxing and review. And today on the channel, first time in the line, kind of, Mark Briscoe. But for all your Mark Briscoe needs and a whole lot more, hit up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Got to get a deal out there. And Mark Briscoe we've had in the Ring of Honor line from Jazzwares and the Jazzwares Vault. But this is his first official AEW figure from Unrivaled collection, in this instance here, Series 18. Now, he is the Chase Rare Edition, one or the other. Chase Rare Edition in his referee uniform in this wave, too, so be on the lookout for that one. Going to be a little challenging, but maybe not as bad as prior editions. We'll see what happens there. But one thing we know will happen for sure is how we're going to do this review. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And, of course, part of the famed Briscoe brothers, they'll always mention that. Of course, his brother Jay, who did pass away. We've had figures of Jay. But now Mark, his own man, doing his own thing, as you can imagine here. And very cool to him to get in the Unrivaled, and I have to imagine Unmatched, and eventually. He's all over AEW TV, Collision, feuding with MJF. He's been on TV for a long time. And I remember I always go back to the first time I ever heard about the Briscoe brothers over there in the Northeast, reading, dirt sheets and stuff like that. And this Briscoe brothers. And I'm like, what? Jack and Jerry have gotten back together? Or I'm like, do they have kids that are the new addition of the Briscoe brothers? It was very confusing, of course, once upon a time, but obviously have stood out and made a name for themselves if they ever have. So let's dive into it. Let's see what old Chicken's up to. Oh, there he is. There's old Mark Briscoe looking good. Uniform packaging, we know how that goes. Glamour shot on the side. You got a little R down here. Of course, the side of the packaging will spell glamour. Little Easter egg there that the team gives us. There he is once again, looking only like a Briscoe brother could look. Mark is number 189 in the line. On the back, got his autograph, got a glamour shot up top there, and then you got the cross sell down below, unboxing every single one of these on the channel. Very end, we're going to rank the entire wave from my least favorite to my favorite, so make sure you check that out as well. Dem boys indeed, but let's get old Mr. Briscoe out of the package right here, and coming right off the package. See you later, goodbye. See you later, goodbye. Way off high, and there it is. Briscoe, 2 sets of hands for him as well. How about that? Gonna pop that out. Very tight in the packaging. No twist ties needed, Todd McFarlane. I like to hear that. I like to see that as well. Pop that out, pop that out. Off to the races. See you later, goodbye. All right, let's start with the hands here. Mark Briscoe, he came to fight. He's got 2 fists of fury right out of the package. He also can do a little bit of that redneck kung fu if he needs to. It's a dangerous form of kung fu. I believe it was started by Jethro from the Beverly Hillbillies once upon a time. Is that true? Is that true? Max Baer or something like that, or was that his dad? Todd, fact check that. Write that down for later. But I believe redneck kung fu was started by Jethro from the Beverly Hillbillies. Shout out to him, of course. Looking good here. 2 gripping hands as well. Choose your own hand adventure. We know how that goes by now. But now we're diving into Mr. Briscoe here. Looking interesting in the head sculpt department. I don't know. Something looks a little bit off. Now he's got one eye open, one eye kind of closed, giving it kind of those crazy looks. And we all know Mark Briscoe not against giving a crazy look a time or two, as we know. Big beard going on there as well. You got some gray poking in. Looking good. You got the headband bandana. It is not removable. It is sculpted in. Bald head over the top. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this head sculpt. I kind of see what they're going for, but it also looks just a little bit off to me. As usual, your mileage may vary. You got to make a decision for yourself, I guess, on that one. Now, he does got a soft goods vest, which looks good. It is a black vest, but as I note inside here, we're seeing this more and more with the Jazzwares line. We got white on the inside. Obviously, we had staining issues for 5 years, something like that. Looks like they're finally figured a way to get away from that staining. He does got Briscoe on the back, just in case he gets confused with somebody else's vest. He's got his name back there. Always dangerous, though, because kidnappers. Yes, kidnappers, Todd McFarlane. I've told the story. I grew up in the heart of the Johnny Gosh era. I was younger than him, of course, but look up Johnny Gosh, look up that story, and just know your favorite reviewer, yes, favorite reviewer, Kyle, little Kyle, was walking those streets and could have been a victim of this kidnapping ring. And shame on my dad, wherever he is. He's not watching this video. I don't think he knows who Mark Briscoe is. But dad was making me walk to school at like 5, 6 years old by myself. No supervision, no nothing. Knowing kidnappers are stealing all these paper boys all over the place. And I could have been them. And now I'm a little offended. Why was I not kidnapped? Was I not cute enough? What was going on as a little kid? I'm not exactly sure. But look up that story. Always haunts me. And I always talk about Johnny Gosh's mom because she lived in our neighborhood, and when I worked at a grocery store, she would be in there all the time. I've never experienced sadness, an aura of sadness like that, where she would come in my aisle like I was filling the frozen foods. I'm getting off on a tangent, Todd McFarlane. I'd be filling the frozen foods, and I could just feel it in the air, like something had changed. And then I would see her, and I'd say, oh, there's old Noreen, and her kid got kidnapped and all this kind of stuff. It's a wild story. It's one of the craziest stories. I hope it gets solved one of these days. I've seen like every documentary on it, and I'll never forget her at my grocery store selling her book on a little kitchen table right there, or a little pop-up table. Wild times. More stories like that on my podcast. That's where I don't know if you come to these for these kind of stories every once in a while, but my podcast, I got a lot of those kind of stories throughout. So check out the Kyle Peterson Show. Cheap plug. Read up on Johnny Gosh too while you're at it. But looking interesting here. He's got his name on the back. So kidnappers beware. I don't know, maybe he's trying to get kidnapped, maybe. He'll turn around, punch him in the mouth, and arrest him. Citizen arrest is what he could do. Who knows? Now, we do got the tattoos all over Mark Briscoe, of course, very tatted up, as we do know. Looking very good, of course. Got all the tats there. Dem boys, those are fighting words, and those are fighting trunks. Looks like he's getting ready to go 10 rounds with Ali or something in those boxing shorts. Got his brother down here, a little tribute, looking very nice. Got the forearm tape, or wrist tape, more like it, into the hand tape there on the one. And then you got the black boots down here to the bottom. Articulation arms go all the way around for us. Bicep cut. Double jointed, pinned elbows. The hits continue, or the lack of hits, if you ask me. Hands back and forth, side to side. Head back and forth, side to side. Dumbbell up top, plus traditional waist. Big ol' Mark Briscoe splits if you need them. Legs go up. Thigh cut. Double jointed. Pin knees. Once again, not a ton of movement there. Blocked by those big sculpted in trunks there. And then, of course, boot cut, ankles back forth, side to side. For one chicken Mark Briscoe, fighting against kidnappers every single day with his shirt and vest on. And there he goes. Fits on a ringside collectible stand. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. And then, of course, got the last version, of course, from the Ring of Honor line. Very interesting to see the differences here. Very cool, different vests and stuff, different haircuts. I don't know. This one screams Mark Briscoe to me. This one doesn't feel as Mark Briscoe in the head, that's for sure. Maybe it's because of the eyes. Maybe it's because of the shorter beard at the time. For whatever reason, I think I do prefer the Jazzwares Vault one. I'm just going to have to say right there. And I think I definitely prefer the dog collar match one as well from their match against FTR. That's my favorite Briscoes so far, at least. But cool nonetheless. A very nice vest on this one, though. I will give it that. That is the best part of this figure to me personally. But what say you? What are your thoughts on this Mark Briscoe? What are your thoughts on kidnapping? You ever been kidnapped almost walking to school? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. We got 2 channels to subscribe to, so check out Kyle Peterson 2.0 as well for content every single day. Thumbs up the video, and then check out YouTube channel memberships and Patreon for even more content if that was your thing as well. Sir Paul64 on the X, the _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and the Kyle Peterson Show at gmail.com. Of course, the name of my podcast, the Kyle Peterson Show, every single Tuesday, wherever podcasts are found, with videocast on YouTube. So for Mark Briscoe, chicken himself, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?